Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy. Children, as you all know, we have started yesterday simple future tense. Today we are going to continue active and passive voice, how to convert simple future tense. So we will discuss on that and we will discuss more about future tense, how to convert active to passive voice. So children, let's start. So children, as we have discussed in simple future tense, that root form of the verb, we will use shall and will plus root form of the verb in active voice. In passive voice, what we have to use? Shall be, will be plus past participle. And I have given one example. I shall make sandwiches in the evening. Sandwiches shall be made by me in the evening. Now here shall be we have used and past participle. Okay children? So now we are moving to, I am going to give you few more example about that. How to write interrogative sentences in active to passive voice in simple future tense. Okay? When will they construct? When will they construct the bridge? The bridge. Okay? When will they construct the bridge? Here you can see children the formation of sentence, because this is written in simple future tense, but this is interrogative sentence. So how this is active voice and how we will convert in passive voice, that we are going to learn. This is active voice. It is written in interrogative sentences. Now here we are going to write in the passive voice. What we will do? We will do only and only when will. Okay, be we have to use, when we will use, when will the bridge, after subject we will use be. When will the bridge be constructed, because we have to use past participle. Constructed. When will the bridge be constructed by them, children. Simple children. What we have done in this? Only and only we have to use be, and this is root form of the verb in the simple future tense. In active voice we have to change in third form of the verb, in past participle. So construct become constructed, and after the subject bridge we will use be. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now I will give you few more example. People will follow the leader in the years to come. Now children, here you can see this is simple future tense in active voice. So children, how we will convert this? Subject become object, as we have already done. Now after that what we will use? Will be and shall be, and third form of the verb we are using in active to passive voice. Okay, so now children, we are going to make the leader will be followed will be followed in the years to come, children. Simple. The leader will be followed in the years to come. The leader will be followed by the people, in the years to come, children. I missed by the people. So the people will follow the leader in the years to come. Now here leader become subject. The leader will be followed by the people in the years to come. So children, this is simple and we have done this. Now one more example I will give you, okay, to understand better, the better way. Okay, so one example, when the loud music will disturb my neighbor. Okay, here you can see the loud music will disturb my neighbor. Okay, now here we are using this my neighbor, we are writing in passive voice, children. So what we will do, my neighbor become subject. Okay, my neighbor will be, we have to use will be. Now disturb become disturbed. My neighbor will be disturbed by the loud music. Okay, simple. What we have done in this? Only simple thing we have done. My neighbor will be disturbed by the loud music. My neighbor will be disturbed by the loud music. Simple thing, subject become object, object becomes subject over here, and we have discussed how to write interrogative sentence in simple future tense, that we have already done. So children, this rule you just write it down, shall be, will be plus past participle we will use to make passive voice in simple future tense. Okay children, now we are moving to next topic. As you all know, in future continuous tense we are not supposed to make passive voice. So that is why we are going to write future perfect tense. Okay. Future perfect tense. What is future perfect tense? That we are confirm about anything about in the future. That is why we have to use will have, shall have, these type of the thing we will do. So this is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense, children. Okay, future perfect tense. So this we will write. So here, what is the formula of active voice? What is the rule for active voice? That is will and shall plus have plus what we are using here, past participle. Past participle. These things we will use in future perfect tense, as you all know. So children, in active voice what we will done? In passive voice what we will do? Active voice we have done will and shall have plus past participle. Okay, this is the rule. Now we are moving to the passive voice. What we will do in this? Will and shall will remain same. Will and shall, and after that plus have plus been, okay, plus been plus past participle. Okay children, simple. What we will do in active voice, will, shall plus have plus past participle. Now here you can see will, shall plus have plus been, then past participle. Been will be used as we have done in the our present perfect and past perfect. Similarly we will do this. Okay children. Now I will give you few example for future perfect tense. Now here he will have consulted a doctor before 8 p.m. This is active voice. Now children, how we will convert in passive voice? Same rule will be followed. Subject become object, object become subject, and this rule we will do will, shall plus have plus been and past participle. So now children, let's start making this. So a doctor will have, okay, will have, and after that what we will use? Been. A doctor will have been consulted. A doctor will have been consulted by him before 8 p.m. Before 8 p.m. Simple children? Is this simple? I hope this is simple. Now what we have done? A doctor will have been consulted by him before 8 p.m. Okay children? Now I'll give you one more example. How we will convert in interrogative sentence? Will they have opened a new account before the end of the month? Before the end of the month. Here children, you can see this is interrogative sentences. So how we will convert? Will they have opened a new account before the end of the month? So here this is interrogative sentence. How we will convert children? Now what we will do? We will do will a new account. In passive voice, this is active voice. Okay. Will a new account have been opened by them before the end of the month. Before the end of the month children. Question mark will be placed. Okay children. Now here you can see it's simple. Only and only what we have done? We have done only and only will remain same, and here because this is an object, that is why we have replaced over here will a new account have been opened by them before the end of the month, children. Okay, so this is interrogative sentence in future perfect tense. How we will use? Will be placed first, then what the object is here in the active voice, that will become subject. Subject will be placed after will. Will a new account have been? Then you will write have been. If it is negative sentence, interrogative negative sentence, so how we will write? Will not been. Okay. So now it will be placed in place of in between of have and been. So will a new account have been opened by them before the end of the month? Okay. So one more example I will give you. To understand better, because gradually we can learn. Okay, so now, okay, I am going to give one more example. They will have distributed the forms, by Saturday. Now here you can see, children, in active voice, they will have distributed, because this is future perfect tense, that is why will be used, and third form of the verb will also be used. Only and only we have to write whenever we are going to make in passive voice. So what we will do? Only been we will add. Okay, and the same formula will be followed as we are doing in all the tenses. Okay, so what we will do, the forms will have been, the forms will have been distributed by them by Saturday. Okay, clear, children? So what we have changed here? Only and only the forms we have placed over here. The forms will have been distributed by them by Saturday. Okay, this is future perfect tense. Now I'll give you one more example. How to write? She will have washed the dishes before evening. Okay, here you can see she will have washed the dishes before evening. Now passive voice, what we will write? Now wash the dishes. The dishes will have been washed by her, because she is used over here, so we will write her, by her before the evening. Okay children. Now children, you can see the dishes will have been, this is been, will have been washed by her before the evening children. This is simple children. Now one more example I'll give you. Now next example, the birds will have built, the birds will have built their nest, build the nest in the next few days, in the next few days. Okay children. How we will make in passive voice? Again we will do same. The nest becomes subject over here. So the nest will have been built by the birds in the next few days. Okay, the nest will have been children, you can see in this example the nest will have been built. Okay, will have been built by the birds in the next few days. The nest. Now here it will be replaced over here as we have done. The nest will have been built by the birds in the next few days children. So children, now children, after this future perfect tense, as you all know children, future perfect continuous tense we are not supposed to make passive voice. So that is why we are not going to study this. Now after this we will start modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries, I will give you a few examples: can, could, may, might, ought. These are all modal auxiliaries. So how to convert active to passive voice in modal? If the sentence, if the active voice is written in modal auxiliaries, is using modal auxiliaries. So how we can convert? So that we are going to learn today. Okay children. So I hope this is future tenses you have learned and all doubts are clear, because we are revising this. That is why it is very, very important to clear our doubts. Okay. So before going to start modal auxiliary, I would like to remind you that what we will use in the future tense, simple future tense, only and only will be placed at third form of the verb, will. And what we will use in future perfect tense, will have been plus third form of the verb, making active to passive voice. Now we are moving to next topic, that is modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries. Okay. Modal auxiliaries. What are modal auxiliaries? Just suppose can, could, may, might, okay, ought. This topic we have already done in our previous videos. Should is there, and would would, must, and ought to, as we have already discussed, children. So these are all modal auxiliaries. This topic we have discussed in our previous video and in our previous classes also. Because of this modal auxiliary, we can convert the tone of the sentence. Okay? If it is written must, you all know this is compulsory for all. There is a compulsion. If it is written ought to, so there is a relaxation. It is depend on the will of the worker. So ought to, it means you should. Okay? Now should and would having a possibilities. Okay? This is you can use as a request and suggestion. And can and could is showing the capability, possibility, everything. And may and might is also using for the possibility and capability. And we are using this only for wishing also. If you have any wish, you are using may for this. And might, if we have doubt, then we will use might like shayad. Okay. So this is the past tense of the may, and as we have discussed this, and this is not need to revise each and everything, because we are learning active to passive voice, active and passive voice. So here we have to discuss only and only how to convert these modal auxiliary if it is written in active voice. So how we will convert in passive voice. Okay children, so I'll write rules of active voice. Okay, so first of all I'll write rules of active voice, how to write active voice sentences. So the auxiliaries plus root form of the verb, okay, and here in passive voice what we will do, we will only and only change auxiliaries we will use first, then be plus past participle. Okay, first of all you just write it down. These rules are very important. Okay, past participle. So this is the rule of making modal auxiliary active voice into passive voice. So in active voice the auxiliary plus root form of the verb, and in passive voice what we will do, the auxiliary plus be plus past participle. Okay, now I will give you one example for that. Suppose one example I will write, we ought to pay our taxes on time, children. Okay, we ought to pay our taxes on time. Children, how we can, this is active voice. Okay, so how we can convert? Because we will follow the rule, the auxiliary plus be plus past participle. Because in active voice it is written in root form of the verb. So that is why we have to change in passive voice to use past participle. So how we will convert? Now here our taxes ought to be paid on time. Okay, this is passive voice. So children, what we have used? We just follow the rule. What the rules are there? You can see the auxiliaries plus be plus past participle. Okay, the same thing we have followed over here. Our taxes ought to be paid on time. Okay, this is passive voice. Okay children. So children, one more example I will give you for this. So first thing, May God bless you with more happiness. With more happiness. Okay. This is modal auxiliary. Okay. May. Now we will convert in passive voice. So what we will use over here, children? Now first of all, may you be blessed. May you be blessed. May you be blessed with more happiness. With more happiness. Okay? Children, simple thing. We just follow the rule and complete these exercises. Are taxes ought to paid on time? The same thing, we have followed the auxiliaries plus be plus past participle. Now here you can see our taxes ought to be paid on time. Now here, may God bless you with more happiness. May you be blessed with more happiness. May you blessed with more happiness. Okay. So same thing we will follow in other exercises. So I have solved this exercise based on modal auxiliaries. So simple thing, only this much, these rule, just write it down in your diary and complete this, because this is very important. If rule you are not able to understand, so how can you convert exercises? So children, this is must to write it down, all the rules in your notebook. Okay. So children, we will be continuing the same topic, active to passive voice, in our next video also. Till then, bye bye and take care.